Hi, and welcome back to the Heartscaping Studio. I'm your host, Shamini, and I'm an artist and mentor for awakening hearts and conscious creatives. For quite some time now, I've been creating higher self portraits. There's one behind me that I'm yet to complete. I've got a few around the studio that I'm working on. And I wanted to explain exactly what the higher self is, because everybody has let's say, a best version of themselves. But what does that mean, and how do we actually make use of this? Well, that's what I want to cover in this video. We live in a universe of infinite possibilities, and in every moment we get to make choices. So whether it is how we respond to an interaction around us, or what we do in every moment when we get faced with different decisions in our lives throughout our day, we get to do, maybe we have the decision of, someone saying, hey, do you want another coffee? You've already had three, but you're like, maybe free coffee, I'll just have another coffee, even though you know that that's going to make your heart race, but you kind of, you don't know how to say no. Maybe you're a people pleaser and you just go, okay, I'm going to have another coffee. When in actual fact, you know that that is not in alignment with you being your best self. You know that you're not going to be performing at your best if your heart's racing and you're sweating and you can't focus because you're hyperactive. There are so many little choices that we make in our day that we don't realize are compounding to us being or not the best version of ourselves. So our higher self is the version of us that makes empowered choices in every moment. And, I want you to really understand the fact that we are all human, and it's completely, a little unkind and a little irrational to expect to make every single choice as an empowered one throughout your day. That would require a level of self-discipline and mastery that might not be available to you right now. I mean, maybe you're not a Zen master and some black belt in martial arts that controls their every moment and their every thought, and that's okay. Neither am I, even though I've been teaching this for many years now. But what I do believe is that if we know who we are and we know what we truly want, and I know that that's a journey in itself, right? A lot of people come to me as a healer and they're like, well, I don't really know what I want. They think that they want to be happy. What I know to be true is that ultimately what we desire in life is not to be happy. We want to be fulfilled, we want to have meaning, and we want to have connection. But in order to have that, we first need to understand who we are as a human. And what I've found is working with hundreds of people is that every single person is completely unique. And I know that that sounds so cliche to say, but it is so true. We are so incredibly different, but every single individual that I've had the privilege of getting to know and to work with has been such a unique, specific vibration, and as a very unique embodiment of divinity. And that's what I aspire to show through my portraits, because what I know is that when we look at ourselves in the mirror, we often see all of the reasons that we need to criticize ourselves. Maybe we look at our gray hairs, or maybe our body doesn't look the same shape as it did 20 years ago, even though 20 years ago we were criticizing our body for whatever it looked like at the time, right? We're constantly looking at ourselves through a lens of self-criticism because we've been taught to, because for generations, there's been marketing campaigns everywhere telling us that we need to buy a product in order to feel worthy. That's not true. We were born worthy. We are innately beautiful in our own unique way. But that doesn't mean that you can just sit back and just be like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm perfect, I'm worthy. We want to love ourselves enough to do the challenging things on a daily basis to move us towards the life that we truly desire. So that might be to feel fully in your body and to feel healthy and be full of vitality. Maybe that's something that will give you the greatest pleasure in life. Maybe it's to live, for me, it's to live a free and creative and abundant life. For others, it might be to solve a particular problem. They might be, full intellectuals who want to go and, work with others and cure cancer. Whatever it is for you that feels like the most purposeful, meaningful thing that you can do to end your life without any regrets, then those are the choices that I think we should align to with on a daily basis. And I know that sometimes it's difficult to be able to do that on a daily basis because we all have difficult days. It's not that easy to be on top of our game all the time, and understand that. And what I really desire to do with these higher self portraits is give people an anchor of what is possible for them, to give them a vision of the person that they truly are, the person that is calling them forwards into that life that they really desire to create, so that on those really difficult days, you can still love yourself. You can still remember how powerful and how unique you are. Even if that means that you're not going to climb that mountain today, maybe you can just take that one little action that is you showing up consistently for yourself and for the life that you are aspiring to lead. One thing that I really would love for people to understand about their higher self is your higher self is not set in stone. There's not just one version of who you can become. We are constantly creating, we are constantly changing. And as we move through our lives, we integrate different parts of ourselves. We become more and more powerful, we become more and more embodied, and we shift and change. And the parts of ourselves that are calling us forwards are not necessarily the same. I have some clients that I've created higher self portraits for that have come back for another one because they know that at this next stage of their life, they need to draw in different parts of themselves. Everything that you aspire to draw into your life already exists within you, but sometimes having that physical anchor and something to see helps you to really tune into that and to draw it forwards from yourself, because these portraits are not what holds the power. All they do is remind you of the power that already exists within you. So I hope that helps in supporting you and helping you remember who you truly are, how incredible you are, how unique you are. And if these resonates, you can find the link below to check them out a little bit more in depth. If this content was valuable and you think that there's someone who could benefit from it, I would love you to share it with them. And thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.